nothing even matters. Seem nothing even.
Peace and blessings, family, and welcome back to A Queen's Crown. If this is your first time joining, hello and welcome. Today, I want to talk about a few things that you can do to help your locks thrive. In today's hairstyle, I'm actually going to twist my hair up on both sides. We're going to do it together, family. But before we get into the video, if you are not following me on my social medias, please make sure you do so. I will put the links in the description box below. Also, make sure you hit that thumbs up and that notification bell so that you can receive notifications every time A Queen's Crown goes live, posts, or shares. Let's get right into the video, family. So in this video, we are going to talk about some things that you can do to help your hair thrive, to help it flourish, to help it do a little bit better. I'm just going to give you a few simple tips that I use, and hopefully you can use them as well. All right, family, so what are some things that we can do to help our locks grow, to keep them from breaking, and just keeping them looking healthy and nice? Well, one of the first things we can do is moisturize. I think sometimes we underestimate the power of moisturizing. A lot of times we'll feel our hair and we'll say, well, it's not dry, it doesn't feel like it needs it. But I don't think we really understand how important it is to moisturize our locks. Moisturizing our locks prevents so many things, breakage being one of them, dry scalp being another, and it helps to keep those locks looking good. Moisturizing your locks is key, essential, it is important. For those of you who are fully locked, try a lightweight oil. Believe it or not, sometimes we don't need something as thick and heavy as moisturizer, but putting a nice oil, a lightweight oil in your hair can also suffice as well. If you are fully locked, try conditioning. I condition my hair and you will be surprised of the difference. It feels different, and in moisturizing your hair and conditioning it, again, you're putting that moisture, those nutrients back into your hair. It prevents breakage, it prevents dry scalp. There's a number of things that it prevents. You just have to make sure that you are being consistent. Consistency is the key. And if you are consistent, you will see a change in your locks. Don't overwash your locks. I know a lot of times we think because our scalp is dry or we may have dandruff, we have to wash our hair. And we don't realize, and I've said this in previous videos, how important it is to leave some of that moisture in your hair. When you are continuously washing your locks or washing them once a week or maybe even every other week, you are taking those nutrients out of your hair, which is drying the hair out. You're putting it in but taking it back out. So don't overwash your hair. I understand that in the beginning the process can be a little bit challenging, especially for those who are used to washing their hair so often. But if you take the time, and I say this because I've watched people go through it and I've had clients who I've helped do it as well. If you wash your hair every 2 weeks, try waiting 3. And after doing that for a little while, then try waiting 4, and you'll notice it won't change if we don't change up how we approach it. Overwashing your locks can lead to itchiness, dry scalp, breakage, thinning locks, and a number of other things. So we don't want to overwash our hair, and we shouldn't have to wash our hair as much because we're not putting product in it. Even if we're using a light oil, it shouldn't be enough that we should have to wash our hair consistently. It shouldn't be enough that it's giving us buildup or caking up in our hair. There are a number of things and factors that causes us to wash our hair. Working out can cause us to sweat in our hair. After washing your hair, dry your locks thoroughly, because if those locks do not fully dry, it can cause mildew, smelly hair. I'm sure you have come across someone whose hair may not have smelled the cleanest, and that just comes from moisture sitting in your locks. If you braid your hair or twist your hair right after washing, bantu knot it or braid it right after, for the most part, I want to let it dry a little bit. So don't overdo it with products. Avoid products that have or leave a lot of residue in your hair. Products that, as you look at your hair, you're constantly, gotta go like this to kind of get it out. Stick with lightweight products, lightweight oil, if there's lightweight moisturizer. If you are newly locked, some of these things you may not be able to do because you can't deep condition. You can moisturize. You can use a light oil depending on what beginning phase you are in and how close to locking you are. Again, that is information you would have to take up with your loctician. Make sure you are wrapping your hair up at night. I cannot stress how important it is to wrap your hair up. I don't wrap my hair up every night because sometimes I fall asleep before I wrap it up. Sometimes I'm warm and I don't want to wrap it up because it's going to make me warmer. But it's still not an excuse. I should be wrapping my hair up every night just as well as you should be wrapping your hair up every night. There's so many things that wrapping your hair up at night is going to help eliminate. Frizz being one of them. Keeping the uniformity as your hair is locking. Like if you're laying around, you want to keep it wrapped up. If you're not doing anything, keep it wrapped up. This way, you are helping the locks during the locking process. Try putting some space in between your reties. You don't have to get a retie once a month. If you can go 5 weeks, go 5 weeks. If you can go 6 weeks, 6 weeks. Whatever the longest space and time is you can put in between your reties, I would recommend doing so. I know the difference between traditional locks and sister locks. People will say with traditional locks, I can get a retie once or twice a year. Because with traditional locks, you have more hair in one lock. Versus with sister locks and micro locks, you have a little amount of hair with these small amount of locks. And the longer you wait to get them retied, the more chance and the higher at risk you are of your locks breaking, causing other damage. There's a difference between both locks, and although they are locks and locking methods, traditional locks may be able to go longer with their retie for different reasons. But stick with what your loctician tells you. It doesn't matter if you have traditional locks or sister locks. If your loctician recommends you getting your locks retied every 4 weeks, if you can, ask, can I go every 5? If they recommend every 6, ask if you can go every 7. Give yourself some space in between your reties so that you're not constantly pulling on your locks. You will be surprised how much your hair will grow just by leaving it alone. In my last video, I talked about exercising. These are some of the things that you can do to help your locks thrive. We all want our locks to be healthy. We all want to be happy with our locks. I'm very happy with my locks, but there are some things that I can do or some things that I wish I had knew in the process of growing them to help them be better, to help them flourish, to help them do what I want them to do. And this is why I'm making these videos, so that you can see and understand what you need to do to make sure that your locks are going through a healthy process. Maybe avoid some of the things that I went through. But if you want your locks to thrive, try doing some of these things. And I promise you, I guarantee you, you will see a change in your locks. Thank you all so much for tuning into this video. I hope this information was helpful. To see me do my hair, I'm going to take you with me. Let's go, family. All right, family, so what I do is I spray my hair down real good because I want it to be a little damp so that when I twist it up and take it down, it'll have a nice crinkle. I part my hair down the middle and I put one side up so that I don't mix the hair in. What I do is I literally just begin to twist all up to the middle part on both sides. I do this really quick because it took me a really long time to get it twisted up on both sides. As you notice, it ends up looking like I'm going to make it into a mohawk, but I twist all of it to the middle. Once I have it all twisted, I take it and I pretty much braid the back up. And when I braid it up, I take it right up to the top so that I can make it into a ponytail. I use my own hair to wrap the hair around instead of using a ponytail holder. Once I do that, I literally just take each lock one by one and I just wrap them in, securing them into the next spot, making sure that each one stays in. Once I finish securing them and wrapping them around, I just tuck any loose ends in, and this is the end result, family. I really like this hairstyle, and I wore this to our trip to Arusha. Let's go to Arusha. This is one of the things that I love about being in Tanzania, because there's so much to do before you even leave this country. Because this is a huge country.
It's lukewarm. It's not cold. You tell it's not gonna fall in the water.
So we are at Kikuletwa Hot Springs. So I was really interested to see how hot the spring was. So I decided to put my feet in it a little bit. It wasn't hot at all. So the hot spring that we visited was actually in Moshi. Moshi is on the way to Arusha. So now we are headed to Mama C's house. Once we arrived, they opened the gate for us and we began riding onto the property. As you can see, her village is very beautiful. She has a lot of trees, a lot of greenery. We just pretty much began to walk around and view the village. She did tell us that it is 3.5 acres and that they planted all of the trees and everything there, beautiful gardens. We just began to walk through. As we walked through, we just saw life, chickens, chickies. She also had a store on the property in which we visited, which had a lot of nice things. And then we just kept on walking, discovering just beautiful art, buildings, paintings, pictures, history, greenery, libraries, schools. There's so much on this property. And I just love it because she just teaches, and so many people come here just to visit her village. This was the ancestral garden, just beautiful, just kind of a reminder of where we come from, our background. And so it's just beautiful, just absolutely amazing sight to see. And it just had a sense of peace with it. Once we did that, they prepared a meal for us and we began to sit down. During our meal, she was having rehearsal for her engagement the next night, so we tuned in. The next morning, they prepared toast, eggs, bananas, and mango. Then we head out for the day. First stop is coffee.
He walked fast. Where you go?
Sino leo kaka. So this is a coffee shop that we visited in downtown Arusha. I thought it was a very nice coffee shop.
I'll take a tikiti maji.
Along with the kitty mud. Watermelon. Kilimanjaro block.
After we got our coffee, we took a walk. This landmark is the central point of East Africa. So it is the middle of East Africa. After that, we walked around, looked at some of the monuments, buildings, scenery, and as you can see, the scenery downtown is absolutely beautiful.
You know me, I'm just chilling in Arusha. You know, I got some beautiful animals next to me. A beautiful tourism center that like we can rent, and a beautiful family that is walking away. We got some beautiful trees over there. Yeah, beautiful trees, big, tall trees. Got some nice cars, and we got some nice weather. Let me tell you about the weather. It's great.
Now we are headed to the art gallery. This art gallery is the largest art gallery in Africa, and you will see it is absolutely beautiful.
Jambo.
After we left the art gallery, we headed over to where Mama C will be performing, and that's what I'll be showing you next.
Family, so we are here to watch Mama C perform today. If you don't know Mama Charlotte Hill O'Neal, Mama Charlotte Hill O'Neal is one of the original Black Panthers. She currently is the founder of UAACC, United African Alliance Community Center. The scenery is absolutely beautiful and it's very spacious, and as you all can see, as I've just showed, it's just absolutely beautiful, family.
Well, all types of little things to do. My husband and my son decided to play this game. I haven't played this game in a long time, but you see it a lot at family reunions. And then I got excited, family, because I thought the mountain that I was pointing out was Mount Kilimanjaro. But Mount Kilimanjaro was not visible at this time because of the fog. called me up, family. So now we are saying goodbye. We really enjoyed ourselves, but we have a 6 a.m. bus to catch. Once we're on the bus, it was really nice. Both buses that we took up and down were really nice. And then I did take a little bit of the scenery. I was attempting to talk to you all, family, but the audio was too low. Thank you all for watching, family. Thank you all so much for tuning in. I hope you all enjoyed this video. If you like content like this, let me know so I can do more. Also, make sure if you are not following me on my social medias, I will put the links in the description box. Make sure you click on them to do so. Make sure you hit that share button, that thumbs up, and that notification bell so that you can receive notifications every time a Queen's Crown goes live, post, or shared. I'll see you all in the next video. Amani na upendo, family.